Hello, I'm Rick Webster. I'm an ADHD life and business coach, and I'm often asked, how do you select a coach? How does someone find the coach that's a perfect match for them? And since I am a coach, I thought I'd put my answer here along with my credentials as well. Hopefully you'll find this useful. If you decide you want to talk to me, I have free consultations available to anyone. And certainly if you decide it's not me, I hope that you'll get something of value from this little talk that'll help you in evaluating other coach candidates who might be a better match for you. First of all, coaching can be rather expensive, not just the cost of coaching itself, but the cost of losing calendar time and potentially having another failure in your life. People with ADHD have experienced a lot of failures, and we as coaches do not want to add yet another one. So choosing a coach properly, I believe, is very important. And you don't just want to throw a dart at the advertising wall and pick one. You actually really want to interview and understand that this person knows how to best help you. My first point is going to be that not every coach is going to be right for you, and that is okay. We, as coaches, we understand that fundamentally chemistry is crucial. Um, you will need to have a high degree of confidence in your coach's capabilities and be ready to do the work. Your coach cannot do it for you, but they can certainly guide you and light the path to some degree. But you'll have to do the work. If you're not ready, hopefully the person you're considering hiring will tell you that instead of just taking your money and moving on. The best coaches will do exactly that. They will not bring you in if they don't feel that they can help you. Coaches who don't have a lot of clients, who don't have much of a book of business, sometimes they will take people in because they need the money and they genuinely hope that they can do a good job, but they don't really know. So you, as a consumer, you have to watch for that. You need to self-select. You want to be very confident in your coach's abilities. If you don't think the coach gets you on that initial consultation call, the chances are that the process will be flawed and it will not work well. So again, we don't want to just be another failure in an ADHD person's life. We've all experienced heartbreaking failures, myself included. We've all had a lot of failures in our lives. We do not want to contribute. None of us want to add to that. So don't let the wrong choice in a coach add to your pain, and realize that any coach worthy of the name will not take it personally if you decide during the initial consultation or subsequently decide that that person is not right for you. We would actually much prefer that you move on. Hopefully we can help you move on to find the best match for you. We're not generally short of clients. What we want is to bring in the right clients that we know we can help. It's no fun to be a coach and collect money and realize that we're not helping the person. That is not why we got into the business. It's a two-way street. Coaches need to make sure that they're getting paid, of course. Every coach needs to get paid, but we really want to provide value. A lot of coaching is meaning and purpose driven. It's mission driven for coaches. So they really don't want to bring you in if they can't help you. When you're evaluating a coach, I'm going to suggest a three-stage process, a three-stage qualification process. There's knowledge, and there's experience, and there's wisdom. And while this is not meant to be primarily an infomercial, I am going to be talking about what I do and how I fit into those three things. And I would love to do an initial free intake call with you if you feel like we could be a good match. And we'll have that call and we'll determine whether there's a reason to talk further. If we are a match, that's great. If not, perhaps I can refer you to someone who would be a good fit. So here are the things I'd like to suggest that you look for: knowledge, experience, and wisdom. Number one, you want to look for evidence of knowledge. And that would be diplomas, degrees, certificates. In my case, my academic background has been in psychology from the University of California. And then over the years, I've attended countless seminars. I've devoured books from every expert I can find, from Dr. Barkley to Ned Hollowell through Sari Solon and everybody in between. Certainly, there have been scores of lecture series that I've attended and completed. And, sometimes they give you a certificate, sometimes they don't. I don't care. But the fact is, I've done tons of those. So that's knowledge, and you want to look for that in your prospective coach. Next thing you want to look for, crucially important, and don't skip this step, you want to look for evidence of experience, um, and what I would call social proof. Social proof would be testimonials and sheer numbers of satisfied clients. Any coach who's been in the business for more than a couple of days should be able to give you testimonials from people. They should be able to demonstrate that they've done this business and that they understand it. I know that everybody has to start somewhere. Maybe this coach is brand new and they resonate perfectly with you, and that could be absolutely great. I'm not dissing the new person here. That person might be perfect for you and have everything you need, and they may be a perfect match. Everyone starts somewhere. But if they're not new, I would want to hear from their satisfied clients. If they don't have satisfied clients and they're not new, to me, that's a huge red flag. On that front, I'm a repeat International ADHD Conference presenter and speaker, including the upcoming conference in Baltimore this year. I'll be hosting a main session appearance where we have brought together a panel of top experts to address the intersection of racial justice and ADHD. This is a huge, huge issue, and I'm really proud that we're going to be putting that on this year at the December Baltimore conference. Directly after that, the conference has a virtual component. Again, main session, I'll be speaking directly about what we call the ADHD tax. That's the financial, social, and health costs of unremediated ADHD. And by the way, all of those costs, all of the symptoms of ADHD, all of them can be remediated, every single one of them. Don't let anybody tell you differently. ADHD is a permanent physical difference in the brain. It's not something you grow out of, but every one of the symptoms, there are solutions for every single one of them. I've also spoken on numerous podcast platforms such as Jessica McCabe's How to ADHD, Will Curb's Hacking Your ADHD, his podcast series, and Attitude Magazine. And I would highly recommend anybody who's hungry for knowledge, I'd highly recommend any one of those, all three of them. If you're not familiar with them, go look them up. Every one of those people has excellent platforms and science-based useful information. I've also been a consistent facilitator of CHAD meetings for the last 26 years. CHAD is a pretty major nonprofit in the ADHD world. And in doing that, I've talked to literally thousands of people with ADHD, many of them with co-occurring conditions, which is the majority of us have co-occurring conditions. So that has been an education in and of itself. I've also been an expert speaker for venues ranging from Kaiser's annual conference for their mental health professionals to numerous school staffing meetings. Many coaches are familiar with their own symptoms, especially the newer ones, but they may be woefully lacking in their understanding of the broad range of differences that people have. As the saying goes, when you've met one person with ADHD, you have met one person with ADHD. We are all unique. We bring different capabilities and different strengths. Every person is different and unique. And you need a coach with the capability of broadening themselves out for that. I also host ADA's Money Matters Success Clinic once a month, where we talk about financial issues, investing, self-employed entrepreneurs. That is my wheelhouse. Those are my lanes. I founded Renify. Renify is a premier ADHD community providing education, expert speakers, body doubling work groups, roundtable discussion groups, mindfulness sessions, and an ADHD-centric book club. All of these things are based on science, right? They're all evidence-based solutions for those of us who suffer with ADHD. If you're not happy with it, you just let us know. We refund whatever you paid recently, and off you go. So no problem. Lastly, third, I believe is the most important thing to look for in a coach. I mean, education is where it all starts. Second, you build with experience. Third, I believe it's really important to look for evidence of wisdom in your prospective coach. Wisdom, in this sense, is a demonstrated deeper understanding of human nature and the enablers of behavioral change. There's just no substitute for the lessons of a lived experience with ADHD and talking to a zillion people. Coaching is truly, it's not just about knowledge. It is as much about empathy and insight and wisdom to see every person as unique, being with nuanced capabilities and histories and pain points. Humans are very complex, and initially you can't possibly see all that complexity. It grows with your experience. It takes years of mindful service, in my opinion, to achieve that. It takes a lot of mindful effort to learn the nuances of human behavior and to get beyond projecting your own mentality onto someone else. It takes years. It takes more years to develop that deeper intuitive wisdom where you truly understand the elements that lead to positive change. So ask yourself, as you're listening to this person, has your prospective coach learned and adopted all of the tools and strategies and concepts that are currently available, all the cutting edge things? You need someone who's been keeping up. Oh, I hope that helps. If you like what I'm saying, get on my schedule. It's posted here in the video. Get on my calendar. It's free. Hopefully these things I've mentioned will help you evaluate and choose the best coach possible. Good luck. Good luck, and thank you.